Try it first, this time I'm really going off. Fireworks.
Today it begins. I miss the.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back with another video with Catch the Tea with Lil G. Just on this thing, giving my comments and my opinions on what's going on in the pop culture world. With that being said, please hit the notification button, subscribe, like, and comment, and follow me with more Catch the Tea with Lil G. So with that being said, let's catch some tea and let's damn sure get ready and throw some shade in today's topics. Okay, so it's being said that allegedly, Marlon Wayne's house was broken into or whatever the case is. And I feel like, why these celebrities don't got no alarm system these days or whatever? Like, is that not a new norm? But anyways, check out this video he did.
First and foremost, I'm saying thank you to all the people that checked on me, seeing if everything was okay when I was burglarized. I want you to know that they didn't really get much because I don't own this. The most valuable thing in my house is my house. So unless you're gonna put that shit on a truck and drag it away, then hey man, you did well. But I don't own shit. I don't wear jewelry. This is fake. This is just does my heart. It's a heart rate monitor. It's an aura. That's all. I don't own shit. I'm not flashy. I don't no jewelry, no necklaces. I don't have.
Okay, it says the Wayans had to make a comedy skit about this at some point. Glad everyone is okay. Hope Marlon gets justice. His current project must be flopping. They were able to find a safe, which is usually hidden, but Miss Big Bro, getting your brother set up is crazy work. No, the shade is real. Not getting your brother set up or whatever. Now that's what's crazy to me. Okay, so basically, another comment was, make no mistake, in my experience working for security companies in the past, it's almost always someone you know or your neighbors breaking in your house. I don't remember almost anything random when it was all figured out. They knew exactly where to go. Interesting. You hearing obvious noise, never dismiss it. His ass heard that glass and hid under the bed, laugh out loud. And then another user was like, no alarm. Like at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck if I am a celebrity, actor, actress. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna have an alarm set. Moving on though to Cardi B. So child, the queen of giving out lawsuits, done got her a lawsuit allegedly or whatever the case is. She can't catch a break, it seemed like, between the music, allegedly her husband, and getting this record together. Honey, she can't catch a break. So moving on, it basically says, according to the lawsuit, the group infringed the copyright of the song by reproducing, distributing, and publicly promoting the work in Cardi B's record, Enough Miami. The document concludes by stating the Friendster and Aguilar suffered substantial damages, including financial losses and irreparable harm to their artistic reputation and marketability. It says Cardi B is a Grammy Award winning artist who featured on Time 100 Most Influential People in the World back in 2018. OG Parker is credited with producing hit songs like Slippery and Walk It Talk It by Migos. Records list demands as 50 million. Valley Central reached out to Cardi B's media team for comment on the lawsuit, who did not immediately respond. I know they ain't gonna respond. Atlantic and Cardi and whoever else on that team is working, honey, trying to make sure that this lawsuit, they don't lose in their favor or whatever. That's what I'm looking at it as. They getting all they shit together. Atlantic gonna come up with some type of bullshit. Watch what I tell y'all. And get her off of this case or whatever. And cleared. But yeah, moving on. Okay, so JT posted City Cinderella coming 7/19. Okay, JT, I see my girl really out here getting this shit together. I'm just, like I said, proud of her moving on as an independent artist. I feel like she got more gain and more ability with being solo. And I felt as if, like I said, the City Girls just wasn't cutting it. Like, it's always you have, to me, that one person in the group that really got potential and can rap versus you got one that's on the team that's kind of flop when it comes to music or whatever the case is. In that case, we all know that was Carisha. With that being said, go ahead, JT, do your thing. I ain't mad at you for getting it together solo. And I feel like JT been really grinding and been really, promoting her work. And hopefully with the hard work and, the success, the payoff, hopefully she make it big as a solo artist. We all know they was clowning on her and, joking a few months back when she said that she was going to be doing her tours, in these club performance sessions or whatever, and they was calling them backyard barbecue action. And I feel like that backyard barbecue action paid off, because I seen a lot where she done sold out the whole club for people coming to watch her perform. Now, I feel like that's a big move, especially, where they got a lot going on already in the club. But for, the people in the club to actually, come and show love and support JT, she did her big one. But anyway, moving on. Okay, so it's been speculating on the internet or whatever how basically these two want to be like each other so bad. And you got some basically saying that Lotto want to be like Ice Spice so badly. And then on the other hand, on the other side, you got Ice Spice want to be like Lotto. At the end of the day, this is one played out beef, drama, or situation that is so boring to me. I wish it was over with at the end of the day, because neither one of them are giving when it comes to the whole really coming for one another. They both childish, if you ask me, at this point. Like, you got two girls that's really jealous and bitter of one another. The moral of the story, that's how I look at it at the end of the day. One at this moment ain't charting better than the next at this point, I feel like. No shade, but Ice Spice was charting pretty good, and now she keep getting flop after flop, so they both in a situation, point blank simple. Okay, so it's speculating around on the internet that Ice Spice want to be and look like Lotto, when on the other hand, you got Lotto want to look and be like Ice Spice. That's really funny to me. Now, do I catch both of them sometimes mimicking each other? I do. It seemed like, yeah, but people kill me when they go to comparing and contrast outfits or whatever. Okay, it's always cool to say who wore it the best or whatever. Don't get me wrong, but just to go and say that somebody want to be like the next person just because you saw them with an exact outfit that the other person had on is just mind blowing to me. I thought when they made outfits and clothes and shit that they didn't make it just for one particular person and that it was for whoever basically wanted to go out and cop and spend bread or whatever on that fit. That's what I thought clothes was made for. But at the end of the day, however, I don't think Ice Spice want to be and look like Lotto at all. But the real tea is, I feel like Ice Spice really mimicking and jacking Nicki swag and looks or whatever the case is. At the end of the day, that's who Ice Spice I feel like is going for and want to be like. At the end of the day, not no damn Lotto laughing my ass off. Okay, so it's a bird brains. No way in hell y'all think Lotto needs to copy Ice Spice. Please be for real. Okay, was, but it's no longer a drag aesthetic. Y2K has been getting into trend lately, and a lot of people are going after this aesthetic. It's not only Lotto or Ice Spice. Why y'all think that every artist wants to copy each other? Just leave it be and support your faves. Not really into Lotto, but the idea that she's trying to copy Ice Spice and Sexy Red when she's been in the game longer than both of them, you have to laugh. At the end of the day, like that one comment said about the whole just support your faves, because it's not no particular one person supposed to wear one outfit. And then somebody was like, Ice Spice about to copy this dress. And then somebody said, absolutely not. This is so delusional. Ice Spice style literally just changed recently. So how did Lotto copy it? And then it said it's a certain female rapper who literally shifted her whole aesthetic to look like Ice Spice. At the end of the day, like I said, Ice Spice shifted her whole appearance to look like Nicki. She wanna be and look like Nicki. Okay, so basically we all know that all of a sudden Cardi wanna jump the bandwagon and sample and play with drill type of music, I guess, or whatever the case is. And I'm looking at the whole situation as if, like, Cardi now, be for real. I feel like you keep making flop after flop songs and they hitting this billboard like with no type of hope, it seemed like. And for her want to just jump the scene like that and go to drill music, and now all of a sudden, you know, they going saying that she really trying to copy Ice Spice flow now, this and that. Kind of figured that was gonna be coming. I feel like one, she haven't gave the Barty Gang no damn album. Two, she haven't charted and did numbers like she did with the Invasion of Privacy. And I feel like her going to this type of music is real crazy. Okay, so she jumped on Twitter earlier today, right? And got on Spaces. And I feel like she was about to get cranked up and start that rant and shit. She caught herself and she ended up ending her Twitter Spaces. However, I got somewhat of the spaces and what she was saying. Make a long story short, she was just giving the history and who did this and drill and who did that. But anyway, like I said, she need to get this album focused on. But
Hold
anyway,
on
check
one
this
thing.
out.
I'm just getting here to tell you guys. You guys that oh yeah. I wanna tell you guys, I want y'all to stop being so fucking slow. Like sometimes like Bardigan could be a little bit, left back. Because like I previewed yesterday, I did a little preview of a song, right? And first thing first, let me address this. Like, cause I'm like, hun, like what? Like, huh, like what? Like, huh, like what? Those are ad libs. No, yes, they're the same ad libs as fucking trophies, but it's like a ad lib. It's like a stamp to me because I like doing that. Um, and I did it before. And for y'all being kind of slow, I did that before. When was it? 2022 when I did the K Flock record. I love drill music. I like drill music and trophies and this song are two different songs. They just have the same ad-libs. You know how some people will use the same ad-libs on different songs? That's what that is.
Okay, so let's move right along with Megan Thee Stallion and this highly anticipated self-titled Megan album or whatever. They saying, honey, allegedly the robots are out and they are doing their thing, honey, and they making Megan numbers look real good from what I've been on here reading or whatever the case is. Now, allegedly, they claim that Rock Nation will not stop until, they make sure Meg is basically on top or whatever. In other words, they trying to really make sure she's on top beyond, Nicki. That's how I look at it, to be honest with you. That's who their main target, person is that they want Megan to take out, it seems like, or whatever. And at the end of the day, they can have a million robots doing their thing or whatever the case is. And at the end of the day, I'm sorry, Meg is talented, but Meg isn't talented enough far as to compete with Nicki Minaj. How about that? Like, no shade, it is what it is. We can argue about this all day long, but like I said, when it's all said and done, she will never be able to take Nicki Minaj out the game. Like, they done sent too many people in the game to try to do it, and it's been epic fail ever since. And for them to take this album and the numbers and do all this allegedly cheating or whatever they got going on is just so mind-blowing. I feel like at the end of the day, it is what it is. Let her numbers be and let her just progress and move on and continue to do her thing. I feel like at this point, give it up. They cannot win when it comes to trying to take Nicki Minaj out, point blank. Alright, so you have one user that said Megan Thee Stallion will officially be debuting on Billboard's 200 at number 3 with 64K copies sold. Megan has released over 6 projects to DSPs and failed to debut at number 1 for any of her projects. Megan has sold over 100K copies for the Good News project, which was released in the middle of the Tory Lanez controversy back in 2020 and still failed to crack number 1 on the Billboard with all of that press. Megan has failed to outsell any of the rappers that the media has portrayed as her peers, including the likes of Cardi, Doja, and Nicki. Minaj herself sold 84K copies of a re-released 12-year-old project with Beam Me Up, Scotty, and remain to have the highest selling debuting female rap albums of 2010s and 2020s, with the Pink Friday 375,000 first week and Pink Friday 2 228,000 the first week. Despite onslaught of new female rappers that have come up thanks to the foundation Nicki Minaj have laid for women in the game to have a platform or to be taken seriously, she has also remains the non-existent ceiling that can't be reached in female hip hop. Like at the end of the day, those are like 100% accurate facts or whatever the case is. Like at the end of the day, you can't even, get a number one off of that controversy though. Normally, when, people want to have sympathy, they'll go and, support and, check that artist out or whatever. And like with that being said, she couldn't even get no sympathy streams or purchases. That's the most mind-blowing thing ever to me. And like when you so cocky and you have the cockiness of like basically you can outchart anybody or outdo anybody when it comes to the rap shit. Like we expect number ones off the rip. We don't care what the situation is. And then what make it so worse is that this girl is on tour and she still didn't get in good numbers the way that she was supposed to, I feel like. And for the hotties to be so delusional, like she gonna debut better than Nicki's first week from Pink Friday 2 was real delusional to even think. Like, no shade. Okay, so yeah, going by, the daily streams and the total number or whatever of streams, this is not good at all. Like you see, all of her numbers are basically in the red, and everybody know basically when something in the red and negative that that shit ain't good whatsoever. Normally the case might be or whatever, and I just look at it like I already knew that this was gonna be a bunch of mess when it came to when this album dropped. I already knew it was gonna be fake streams. I felt like, people who was gonna be delusional in the situation about the album. No matter what, at the end of the day, everybody know Pink Friday 2 numbers were way better than this whole Megan self-entitled album. And I feel like just give it up. It is what it is. Like I already knew it wasn't gonna debut that high. And the hottie's the one who is delusional and really knew that, Megan was gonna outdo Nicki when it came to the first week sales, which we knew was a lie. But anyways, moving on. All right, so basically, moving on. With that being said, so it says Nicki Minaj Pink Friday 2 is expected to have Gorilla Glue grip on the records for the highest first week sales for a female rap album of this decade. The critically acclaimed number one debuting album sold 228,000 sales units first week, which include 92,000 pure copies, 25,000 vinyl sales, and 136,000 in streaming sales. Like at the end of the day, y'all really was delusional hotties to even think and expect that Megan was gonna outdo those numbers. That was beyond crazy and beyond y'all's wild imaginations. I feel like at this point, like it ain't no way near possible. I think what it said 65K. You can't do nothing but motherfucking laugh on that simply because she didn't not even halfway meet Nicki quotes or data far as numbers and streams. And the hottie said Meg gon' pay Nicki dust. That was the most funniest, delusionalist shit that I could ever hear or say. But with that being said, let's go on and hop on board and get past this delusional ass shit with the hotties or whatever. Between the hotties and the Barty gang, I swear them two are the most funniest fan bases possible, like at the end of the day. And I say funny because they are real life delusional and funny. With that being said, yeah. Anyway, okay, so moving right along. So, okay, as we know, the Pink Friday 2 is the highest selling first week sale by any female rapper. Okay, so yeah, moving along. Let's check all of the first week album sales for all of Nicki projects, shall we? And let's see who is the baddest in this game, really. Okay, so back in 2010, it says Pink Friday 375K, all pure sales. So back in 2012, Pink Friday Roman Reloaded 256K, all pure sales. And then it says 2014, the Pink Print 244K. And then it got far as the pure sales 198K or whatever. Now 2018, we have the Queen album, and that was 185K with pure sales totaling 78K. And now the Pink Friday 2 for 2023, it says 228K with 92K with pure sales. Now at the end of the day, people got to get the fuck up basically and give this woman her flowers, because those first week sales, man, are like the real deal when it comes to dropping shit. And that first week you doing numbers like that, at the end of the day, I see why Nicki called these females her sons. And then on top of it, they want to be like the queen. They all want that success, them numbers, the accomplishments. But none of them want to put out the work. Like, you gotta put out work. That shit take dedication and time. You gotta keep building that fan base up. At the end of the day, Nicki been grinding and being consistent the way she have since 2000. It say 10 far as, album studios, but we all know Nicki was doing her mixtape era before she even got to that. So with that being said, like, Nicki built her way to the top. You can't just put out an album and think because people might like you from social media that your music gonna just take off or whatever the case is. And you damn sure can't half rush no project and think that you gonna have basically a bop ass album when indeed it's gonna be a flop. And Megan, Cardi, Lotto, Lil Kim, And all of the other low-key Nicki haters will never make it to the top. I feel like the only one that's truly under Nicki would be Doja Cat with her, bipolar ass. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Lies, lies, lies for y'all to say Megan was gonna outdo her. Like, but anyway, y'all, let's go on to the next topic. Okay, so somebody was like they approved Tory Lanez's motion allegedly, and then somebody said it failed again. Even Nicki's old mixtape outstreamed and outsold, and then it said Megan, her album sales was trash, but she's still better than all them other ladies. And then another user was like Mega Face Card ate so bad in that pig. And then somebody was like Doja is next, I'm ready, or whatever. Now, at the end of the day, I'm so over Megan and Tory Lane names attached to each other. I feel like it is what it is. Like, she allegedly saying he did it, he allegedly saying he didn't, and then you got the best friend, scrambling around or whatever. So I feel like let that situation rest or whatever the case is. But however, she is a better rapper than Cardi, Flo Milli, LattoVsSpice. Like, at the end of the day, no shade. Somebody was like obsessed, and then somebody was like, but she failed miserably. And then they was like, hotties, it's alright, just bring up Doja and watch them scramble. And then somebody said, laughing my ass off or whatever. So, with that being said, everybody know and everybody quick to say that a lot of information come from the barbs. No, at the end of the day, I've been reading and looking at different posts, and everybody been eating Megan's ass alive, basically. And it's just not coming from the barbs at the end of the day. Like, the music sucked, it sucked. The album sales was horrible, they was horrible. Like, but to just always be quick to say all of this coming from the barbs is delusional to me. Not everything can come from the barbs. Like, with that being said, you then got somebody gonna say, run it up, hotties. No, my bad. Oh, the shade. It say, run it up, bodies. Run it up, bodies, run it up, bodies, or whatever. These people throw the most shade. Like, as I said, allegedly, it's speculating that, a lot of those numbers that we've been seeing on these chart data and all the other, places been actually all fake numbers at the end of the day, and that, they want to say allegedly Rock Nation and Megan's crew are out here, got the bots going to work. And that's a damn shame, just to make somebody seem like they came on top and conquered and beat Nicki. To do all of that is just so fucking sad to me. But anyway, moving on off of Megan and the bodies and the hotties. Okay, so now let's get on to the next topic, y'all. I'm almost done. With that being said, I want to hop on board and talk about the whole, Keke Palmer, the baby daddy or whatever, and, the child. So, as we all know, it was months back to where, basically Keke Palmer and her baby daddy basically, was going through a lot of altercations and to the point where, as we all know, the police got involved. It was alleged, that he was real aggressive and kind of hostile, and that, he low key was allegedly only wanting to get custody of the child of theirs simply because, everybody thought he was on the come up. So with that being said, we know that the mama didn't nobody like him, and then as we know that everybody from his family wasn't dealing and wanted the food with Keke, and the whole ordeal was crazy. How the narrative of the story was put out there. I just feel like, though, at the end of the day, you gotta give people chances out there in life. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not condoning anything like what she allegedly say what was, true. I felt like, she did the best thing by hurry up and getting away from this dude, especially if she felt like allegedly he was possibly could put harm on their own child. Now that's when enough is enough, and motherfucker, you about to have to roll at the end of the day. But however, the 4th of July just passed, and I guess, she had a little family out. And at the end of the day, we exactly don't know what type of judgment the judge, put on those two dealing with their situation or whatever the case is. So with that being said, she's not being bitter. I applaud that because there's so many women that purposely will keep their child away from the daddy, and now all of a sudden she's a liar, this and that, or whatever the case is. Okay, so I completely forgot she had a baby. I love to see this. Of course she lied. Hey, what happened to their case? I haven't heard of them since. What was the final verdict? Why would I be around someone who accused me of heinous acts for saying flirting with another man while you're in a relationship is unacceptable? Stay safe, guys. So that's not the baby daddy. Like at the end, I do strongly feel like that little boy is her baby daddy's at the end of the day. And just because you don't hear people out here just broadcasting and telling every last single detail of their business doesn't mean that, it all was swept under the rug, basically. I look at it like at the end of the day, you can tell when somebody really is bitter. They want to get to throwing up the bad, the ugly, and the worst, I feel like. Especially at the end when you have two people just trying to make this work out for their child. I look at it like, but that doesn't mean that that girl is lying or whatever the case is. People really kill me, I feel like. But anyway, I'm about to get ready and move on to this next topic or whatever the case is. Okay, so basically moving on to this last topic or whatever. So I've been seeing all of this crap, about how Lil' Kim, it's the originator, this and that. I feel like strongly everybody is just throwing Lil' Kim on that pedestal, like I said, because everyone know of Nicki and, Kim's relationship status, far as, their feud over all the years or whatever. And this was so funny to me. It said they tried it, epic fail, tragedy. Also, she failed badly. And then it said they failed, and it got a picture of Lil Kim, Remy Ma, and Cardi B. And then on the right side it says, so they sent her, which is Megan Thee Stallion, I guess, to, try to take Nicki out the game or whatever. And what's so funny to me, they done tried this with numerous girls, and ain't not one of them actually pulled through on their goal, far as, getting Nicki up out of the game. With that being said, the industry gonna have to really get out here and find some female rappers that really can do the job, because hey, these are epic fails. And I really strongly thought they believed Cardi was gonna be able to, take her out the game or whatever, but they saw that Cardi is unstable and Cardi can't even rap or save a beat, or we can even hear her to even understand what she's saying. No shade. But at the end of the day, I feel like out of all of these women, Meg is the only one that can rap and really do her thing. I feel like out of all of the other three girls that they tried to attempt to get rid of Nicki or whatever by. But anyways, y'all, I just want to know from you guys in the comment section, how do y'all feel about all of these failed attempts on, trying to get Nicki up out of here? And who do y'all feel could possibly really, take take Nicki down or whatever the case is? Because with that being said, it ain't being done and it won't be done. And that's just how I look at the whole situation. But anyway, y'all. Anyway, please make sure to hit the notification button, and please support your boy, and please subscribe, please share, please comment, and please, like the video with Catch the Tea with Lil G. And until next time out there, I will check you guys out with another set of tea, and I'll be definitely ready to throw some more shade. But anyways, y'all have a wonderful day out there.